Experiment number 13. Name of the experiment is Email Etiquette Rule for Professional Mail. In last experiment, we learned how to write email and the few steps related to email, like do's and don'ts of the email. In this experiment, we are going to learn about the professional mail. In future, you are going to work with any organization, or you will be a part of the organization. So you have to communicate with the many people according to your business or job profession. So there is the communication way. Email is the very important for the communication way. So these are some basic tips for the professional mail. So first, professional mail, that is include a clear direct subject line. So we already know that the subject line, we have to include the subject line when you send any mail to anyone. So subject line must not be more than 6 or 7 words. It should be clear and direct subject line. For an example, here I mentioned meeting date changed. If suppose there is a meeting and you mailed to your employee that tomorrow we have a meeting, and suddenly your meeting date is changed, so just write the subject meeting date change. So this will give the quick information to the reader. Next example for suggestion for the proposal. So include the clear direct subject line when you are sending a email. The next point is the use professional email address. We already learned that email don't have any privacy. So when you are working with any organization or part of the any organization or in your business, you have to use a professional email address. So you can keep different your professional email address, professional mail and personal mail. So while you are dealing with the professional level, use a separate professional email address. Using of that, you can send your professional mail only. Then next step is before that there is a very before that we have to know about your email address. So you should always have an email address that convey your name, so that the recipient know exactly who is sending mail. Never use email address like with your home name or a pet name. Okay, so like for an example, baby girl @ or beer lover. So don't use this type of email address. Use a professional email address which include your name, so the receiver can exactly know that who is sending the email. So this is the very basic rule. When you open your account with the email, so always open with your real name. Then next tip for the professional mail is the think twice before hitting reply all. You are doing this, you are using your mail for a professional purpose, your job purpose, your business purpose. So before you hit reply to all, just read the message, just confirm that it is important to all. If yes, then reply to all. But if it is not important to all, then no need to send a reply to all message. Okay, so before hitting a reply all, just think twice. Then next point, include a signature book. Then provide your information to the reader. Provide your information to the reader. That is called your signature book, that include your full name, then title of your job, then company name and your contact information, including your phone number. Okay, so always provide your signature book to the reader, so reader can easily contact to you or easily identify that who is sending this mail. So provide your signature book. The next step is the next point for the professional mail is the use professional salutations. So always use professional salutation while you are mail to someone. Okay, then don't use laid back expression like hey you guys, yo, hi folk, then yo. Okay, so don't use this type of salutation when you are writing your professional mail. Instead of that, use hi or hello. Okay, so don't use your friendly words while you are writing email to your professional contacts. So instead of that, write hi or hello. Next point for the professional mail, which you have to remember, that use exclamation point. Use exclamation point sparingly. Use exclamation point sparingly. Explanation means the surprising thing when you want to inform to anyone that any kind of surprises. So you have to mention it with some sparingly or it with some sensuous or with some sincerely. You have to write that thing with some sincerely point of view. So because it can be caused too emotional or immature thing. So it can be caused too emotional or immature to the reader. So whenever you write anything about any serious issue, at that time you have to write that with very respectful and sincerely manner. Then next point is be conscious with humor. Similarly with the sixth point, that you have to conscious about the humor because it will be cause too emotional or immature performance to the reader. So always you write with some respect or some response. Always write email with some responsibility. Okay, write sincerely because you are working in a professional background. Then next point, that know that people from different cultures speak and write differently. Okay, so avoid miscommunication. This point number 8 is belongs to avoid miscommunication, because whenever you are working with any organization, you are a part of that organization, you have a own business, so the many people is the part of your own business. So these people are from different background and different culture. So you have to understand the language of that different people. Then according to that you have to write your message. Don't disrespect anyone, because it is the cause of the miscommunication. Next point, reply to your email if the email wasn't intended for you. So it is difficult to reply every email message every sent to you, but should try to. Okay, so reply to your emails even if email wasn't intended for you. So this is the good practice in a professional career, that is try to reply all the mail where it is necessary. Then proofread every message. So for avoid the miscommunication, we have to proofread of the every message. Okay, so it is for avoid the miscommunication. Related to proofread, we have to check the spelling of word spelling. Then we have to check the recipient email address, which is correct or not. We have to check the matter, what actually we write in the email. This is the proofread. So this is the good practice to that every message will go through the proofread. So this will be avoid miscommunication. The next point is that add email address last. This is the next tip for the professional mail, that is add your email address last. First finish your writing what you have to write in your email. Then finish your proofreading, check your email again, and after that add the recipient email ID. So this is for the good practice to avoid the misunderstanding or accidentally sent mail. So add email address last. Then double check that you selected correct recipient. So always check again recipient email address. Then keep your font classic. Okay, you are writing professional mail, so don't use much designing font or very zigzag font. Should write decent font. Okay, decent color, decent font size, and a decent background. So generally use Arial, Calibri or Times of New Roman font, and font size is generally use 10 or 12 point. Next point is use your tab to your control. That is, before you hit the send button, check the details about the recipient, check your message, and also check that email is sent. Okay, to avoid the misunderstanding. And last point is nothing is confidential, so write accordingly that you are the responsible person to the email. So don't create any misunderstanding while you are sending email. So write sincerely and with like a responsible person. Read the experiment from your manual and give the answers of the in the Google form for your continuous assessment.